Alright, so I went ahead and finished all the wiring for the 223 Wildcat. I temporarily just mounted the battery with a ratchet strap. Got everything zip tied, everything looks good, tested the starter, it worked all great. I ended up grounding it on this back motor mount underneath the motor plate. Just made sure there's bare metal and bolted it to it. I then started trying to adjust the clutch belt, and the jack shaft, and the chain and sprocket. And I realized there's so much play in this jack shaft. I would need to replace bearings and everything to get it set up properly. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going to eventually just do away with the jack shaft as whole. I already got a motor mount plate. So I'm going to be moving this motor mount plate to the top of this, getting rid of the whole jack shaft, and going straight chain for now until I do a torque converter. And then I realized I can't have that here. So what I'm going to be doing is relocating that in this area right here. Like so. It'll be out of the way, actually away from everything. I obviously have to move the voltage regulator, but I just got some 1-inch angle iron. I'm going to start cutting up and make a battery box. I am definitely going to remount this over there, hook it all up, and take it for a run today, get a top speed on it, see how she does, and then I'll move it over here, and then I'll have to obviously cut on my zip ties, move everything to the other side. But today we're just going to be making a battery mount for this. Really universal for everything. It's not hard. You need a cutter or a grinding wheel, some form of metal cutting, and then a welder, and that's pretty much all I'm going to use, a grinder to grind off some paint. So I'm going to get the battery moved over to the workbench, and we're going to go from there. Alright, so as you saw, I got this thing all welded up on the outside of it. Turned out pretty nice. So what I'm doing with this, and I did make sure the battery would fit, I think y'all saw that last time. So that's going to go right in here. Something like that. I'm going to tack it, probably make some measurements, and go from there, but that's all it's going to be. I feel like I can get enough weld on this side and back here and underneath to where I don't really need any more supports, but we'll see. Then first, before I do that, I'm going to drill 2 holes on either side of this. That's why I left some room on either side of the battery. I don't know if you can see that. I left room so I could run these guys, and once I get those, I'll measure those holes center to center, transfer it to this aluminum stock, go cut it with my bandsaw, and then that'll be the hole down, and I feel like it should be ready to go. I might think about it's gonna clear, you can see that, and then I'll have plenty of room to move the voltage regulator over there. Alright guys, as you saw, I got that battery tray welded in there. Welded on that side, welded that whole side. Even put some weld right there just to make sure it's very strong. The wheel's still good. I did weld it to that axle tunnel, so everything's good in there. I'm gonna let that cool off, and I'm gonna start making that hold down plate. Got the battery mounted, hold down on. The rubber little grommets it came with, I like that. It's really secure. Already went on a test ride. I've already seen that. Got the voltage regulator moved over, all the wires rerouted. They all go to the same place I had them when the battery's on the other side, but I like it. The only thing I did notice when I was tightening this is watch out for your throttle cable. That is metal. Once I go to a flat slide, it's going to be a poly, so normal, not 1980s throttle. So, and also I know I showed y'all that tiny screwdriver, but pretty dumb. Could just use a socket on there. Pretty sure it's like a 10 or 12. But yeah, I like how it turns out. It's really sturdy. Looks good. Looks like it should have been part of the go-kart from the get-go. Yeah, there's how to put a hold down on a 1980s cooler cart.